It's Prof G here, aka Jeff Gibbons, aka Professor G. And in this video, I want to go over Maschine Plus, and all we're going to do is talk about it, maybe some of my initial thoughts. I am very excited about this product, and no, I don't have one yet, but I will be getting one soon. And as soon as I have one, I will start posting videos, so you can be sure of that. So make sure you check back. So what is so exciting about this new product? I, for one, am sick and tired of being at the house or being in the studio, so the thought of taking this thing out somewhere else is very exciting to me. So speaking of taking this thing out, you need to know right off the bat that it doesn't have a battery. If you wanted to work with Maschine Plus at the park, you'd have to pick up a power brick of some sort. So that is another thing I'm going to do right away, is just order one of those on Amazon so that it's here for when Maschine Plus is here. It does come with a whole bunch of synthesizers on it. So things like Massive, FM8, Monarch, Prism, and then a bunch of factory selections from Maschine, Contact, and Reactor. So you will have a lot of sounds on here for sure. I love that it does come with the Contact factory selection, just because you want to have some of those real instruments every once in a while, like an upright bass or something like that. So looking at the back of this device, you can see that the inputs and outputs are pretty much the same as the Mark III, but it does have extra USB ports, and I've been told that the microphone input does have a little bit more gain than the Mark III. So you'll be able to use a dynamic mic that's maybe not quite as sensitive. And I do wish we had XLR input on this Maschine Plus, but there are ways to work around that as well. You could get a condenser microphone that has a battery input. AKG makes some microphones like that. So it is possible to get really good sound just through the microphone input on the Maschine Plus, or on the Mark III for that matter. So they've got two extra USB ports on here that you could hook up to other devices like your Complete Control, and we'll see what happens with Complete Control. Maybe in the future they come out with a Complete Control Plus, and it has some of the features of Maschine Plus, but now you have those two devices working together. That would be mind-blowing. And no, I'm not, throwing down any kind of insider information. I'm just theorizing, but wouldn't that be sweet to have that hardware version of Complete? And so some people think that you may be able to plug in actual hard drives to the USB ports, so you could plug in like a 2 terabyte SSD drive into the back of that thing and have a lot more storage. So we'll see if that is the case. I'll let you know as soon as I find out. And then we've also got an SD card slot on the side, and SD cards right now are getting cheaper and cheaper for sure, but you're still looking at a pretty good price tag if you're going for an SD card that is over 512 gigs. So you get to a terabyte size and they get pretty expensive. And then it also comes with some expansions. I've also read that some expansions won't work with Maschine Plus when it comes out. So we'll see if that's the case, but also something to keep in mind. So I've also heard this will hook up to the Native Instruments audio interfaces and potentially more audio interfaces in the future. You can plug into that device and kind of bypass the inputs on the back of the Maschine Plus. So who is this device for? That is the question. Some of us were expecting this massive 2 terabyte hard drive and 32 gigs of RAM and basically this monster touch screen or something like that. And that would have been sweet, but it would have been extremely expensive. I don't feel like that is the point of this device. To me, what this device is a way to take Maschine out of the studio, work on stuff, bring it back to the studio, and keep working on it and add other stuff to it. I'm most excited about using this device away from the computer, on the couch, up at the cabin, at a coffee shop, without a laptop. And the next reason would be for live use. So being able to take this device, sync it up through Ableton Link, which would allow you to hook up potentially even multiple Maschine Pluses with all sorts of other devices, iPads, and work with other people in a live scenario. So I'm really excited about getting something like that going. Working with external gear in a live scenario, Maschine Plus is going to come with MIDI presets for all sorts of devices, over 100 devices right off the bat. And so you'll be able to very quickly sync up to these pieces of hardware and control them specifically with Maschine Plus. So the other person I think this is going to be perfect for is the person who's never bought Maschine before. So what a great time to pick up a Maschine, because you can now have this device that you can take away from the computer. For me, it's just a really neat move forward for Native Instruments. and I'm super excited to get producing on it and to make lots and lots of videos. Make sure you check back, hit the subscribe button and the bell, and I'll be posting lots of Maschine Plus videos in the very near future. Thanks for watching.